Now you can see that, guys, I am on the WordPress installation, and I'm going to start by making this. Okay, so you can see here we are on the dashboard. So let's go to the themes, and first we're gonna import. First we're gonna add the theme. So we have to use the theme. So let's go to the theme option here, and here we have to search for the Blocksy theme. Okay, so the Blocksy is a very lightweight theme. I want to use that, and it is also fully compatible with the Elementor. Okay, you can also use the Hello Elementor theme, but I suggest you to use the Blocksy theme. It is also a very good theme. Okay, so let's click on the install option, and we have to wait for that to install. Okay, so let me check my internet connection. This is working fine. Okay, so after that we're gonna import all the plugins and all. Okay, so let's install this theme first, and you can see this theme is installed. So let's click on this activate option, and it will activate the theme. Okay, after that you have to remove all of these themes which are not in use. So we can just remove and delete these themes from here like this. Okay, so we also only keep one theme which is you are using, because installing many themes will make your website not very fast. It will make it slow. Okay, after that we have to go to the plugin option, and in the plugin option we have to install some plugin. So you can see first we have to go to the add plugin option, and here we have to search for the Elementor. Okay, so let's search for the Elementor. So I have this Elementor option also. Okay, so let me see, this will show the Elementor here, and after that we will install that in our setup. Okay, so also we need to install these themes: Elementor, Elementor Pro, Filter Everything, and WooCommerce, and after that we're gonna install this YTH WooCommerce Wishlist. Okay, so you can see we have this Elementor, so let's install this. Okay, so, and you can see we have this Filter Everything. This we will use to filter the Elementor loop grid in the shop page, and this is the WooCommerce, and this is the YTH WooCommerce Wishlist page. Okay, so this wishlist plugin will give you all the features which are in the wishlist. Okay, so let's wait for it, and we will install this. So okay, so let's wait for it. Okay, so you can see this is installed. Now let's click on this activate, and it will activate this page builder Elementor for us. So you can see we have to click on this continue as guest. So we have to go to skip, and continue with this theme. Continue with free. Okay, so after that you will see it will take you to a page in the editor, but we have to do some setting before using this Elementor. Okay, so let's wait for it. So you can see we are on this. We can just close this. So you can see right now we have this atomic elements, but we don't use this atomic element right now because there are so many things which are not present in the atomic elements. So I will start using this Elementor version 4 atomic editor once we have all the things like loop grid and loop carousel and all these things. Okay, now we can click on this this option, got it, and it will take us to this, and here we have to go to this don't show again, and we have to update the editor. Okay, after that you can see we are on this. So let me install the Elementor Pro now. Okay, now I have to install the Elementor Pro. So let's go to that add a plugin option, and we can click on this add plugin, and after that it will take us to upload page. Okay, so let's click on the upload plugin, and let's choose the plugin from here. Okay, let me go to this we can go to this this PC. Let's go to this, and here we have the Elementor Pro version. Okay, so if you want this Elementor Pro, this latest version, all the links are in the video description, guys. Do check it out. Okay, now we have to click on this activate plugin, so it will activate the plugin for us. Okay, so let's activate the plugin. You can see we have this Elementor and Pro version. So first we have to now let's install this filter everything. So let me copy this from here, and I have to go to this add plugin option, and we have to install this plugin. So let's install this. Okay, now we have to go to the search plugin option, and here we have to search for the filter everything, so it will search it. So let's see. Okay, we have this plugin, and we have to install this. So you can see this is by step swig. So you have to install this only. You can see this logo. Okay, so we have to install this filter everything, WordPress and WooCommerce filter. Okay, so this is installed. Now we have to click on the activate option. So let's activate this. Okay, now we have to install this WooCommerce. So let me go to that plugin option, and we have to install the WooCommerce, and after that we have to install this. So let's do one thing. Let me install the WooCommerce first. Okay, so you can see we have the WooCommerce. Let's install this. So the WooCommerce we are using for making the e-commerce store. Okay, now you can see that this is installed. Let's click on this activate option. Okay, and we can activate this and set up that. So let's activate this. Okay, so after activating it will take you to this setup wizard where you can set up this. Okay, so right now I don't going to set up this. You can set up this. This is very simple. Okay, skip guided setup. Okay, so right now we have to choose our country and all. So go to my store and turning on the lights. Okay, so it will do everything like open the doors and all. It will say so it is setting your store. So now you can see that we are on the WooCommerce store, and here you can list the products, add some product. Okay, so you have this type of options here. Okay, so this will show you all these things. Now let's go to the settings option, and we have to do some settings. Like let me show you the settings. So here you can see we have the address options. You can fill out your address. Like I have some random address here, and selling location. Suppose you want to sell only in India, so you can sell to specific country, and here you can search for the country like India. So you can search it sell in the India. And shipping location, ship to all countries you sell to. Okay, and shipping country region. Okay, and here you can see we have enabled tax rate in calculation, so you can also enable this and enter some random taxes here. Okay, here you can see enter the user coupon code Indian rupee. If you are different from different country, you can set the different things here, currency and all, and you can just add this 1000 on the separate according to your country. Okay, let's save the changes. And after that you can and we have to add some payment option. Here you can see we have this product tax and shipping option, so you can add this tax and shipping option also. So but right now we are not adding this option. This is very simple. I will make a separate video on this. Okay, so let's go to the payment option, and we need a payment gateway for completing our payment in this demo store. So let's go to the payment, and here you can see we have all of this option here, Stripe, PayPal payment and all. So let's go to the offline payments, and here you can see we have the cash on delivery. Let's enable this. And after enabling this it will enable this cash on delivery. You can also click on this manage option, and here you can see cash on delivery, pay with cash on delivery, accept the voucher. Okay, so we have enabled this. Okay, so these things are set up. Now let me also I will give you a Excel for the product, so you can just upload all your product by using that CSV files like this. So let me show you how to import all of the product, which I will give you in a CSV file. Okay, so here you can see here we have the physical product. Let's click on this. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to click on this import option, and we have to import the CSV file. Okay, so let's go to the import option, and here we have to choose the CSV file, which I will give you in the video description. Okay, with images. So you can see we have selected that CSV file, and we have to click on this continue. Okay, then after that what you have to do, we in the CSV file we don't have the images, right? So what we have to do, we have to just go to the images option. Here you can see we have this option as images, and here we have to click this do not import. Okay, then after that what you have to do, you have to just click this run the importer. So let's wait for it, and you can see your products are now being imported. Okay, so let's see. You have to wait for some time, and after that it will show you. Okay, so now you can see it has said import complete, 13 products imported, file uploaded. Okay, now we have to click on this view product, so it will show you all the products like this. Okay, so now you can see that we don't have any images right now. Okay, so for that I will give you all the images. So you have to go to the media option in this option. Okay, and in the library option what you have to do, you have to just upload all of these images. Like here we have add media file, so we can click on this. Okay, and we have to upload all of these images like tag basket images, and here we can upload all of these images from here. Okay, so it will upload all of these images. So I will give you all of these images in the video description, so you can follow along with me step by step. Okay, so let's wait for it to upload, and after uploading we have to set these images at the featured image. So now you can see that all the images are uploaded. So what we have to do now, we have to go to the products, and here we have to go to the all products, and here you have to set this as a featured image for all the products. So let me go to this. Here you can see Apex Styler wireless gaming controller kit. So you have to just open this, like you can just open this like this. Okay, and here you have to set all the images like suppose this is saying Apex Styler wireless gaming controller. Okay, so we have to go to the set featured image. Okay, here we have to go to the media library. Okay, media library, and here you can set the images like this is the controller, so we can set this like this. Okay, so we can set all of these images for this, and you can see all of these things are already there after import. So in this way you have to set all the images for all the product. Okay, so let me do that first, and I will get back to the video again. Okay, so now you can see that all the images are uploaded and we are ready to build our store UI. Okay, so now you can see that we have to make first this hero section. Okay, so before that we have to do some settings. So let's go to this Elementor option, and here we have to go to this setting option, and let's open this in a new tab. Okay, then after that we have to do some settings. So we have to turn off the Elementor version 4. So we have to go to the atomic editor, and here we have to deactivate this because currently this is not in a good condition to use. Okay, this is because this don't have the loop grid, loop carousel and these things option. Okay, so that's why we are not using this right now. And after that what we have to do, we have to go to this general option, and here we have to this disable default color, disable default fonts, and let's save the changes. Okay, then after that let's save the changes. Okay, then you can see now let's me go to this option, pages option, and here we have to do some things like here you can see we have this option. So we have to remove the unnecessary things like this we don't want. Also we don't want the privacy policy, we don't want the refund and return policy, sample page also. Okay, so don't delete these things, only delete these things. Okay, let's click on this, move to trash and apply. Okay, so it will remove all of these pages and go to the trash. Okay, so it will remove all the pages and it will go to the trash. Okay, so now you can see that all the pages are now in the trash. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to just click on this add page, and we have to add a new page here. Okay, let's add the new page here. Okay, after that we have to click on this add page, and here we have to add the new page, like we have to add as home page because we want to make this as the home page. And in the default template we have to choose the Elementor full width like this, and we have to publish this. Okay, let's publish. Okay, then after that let's wait for it to load. Okay, today my network connection is very weak, I think. Okay, so now let's get back to this again. Okay, let me connect this to my other Wi-Fi. Okay guys, so we can click on this. Okay, so now you can see we want these global colors also and global font. So let me go to this, and here we can choose the color picker tool. Okay, and here we can pick the color. Okay, so now you can see that homepage is ready. Okay, now we have to go to this setting option, and in the reading option we have to make this as the default page. So let's click on the setting and go to this reading option, and here you can see we have this option static page, and we have to set this as the home page. Okay, let's show the expert and save the changes. Okay, so now you can see this page is ready for making. Okay, now we have to add some global colors and all. Okay, now if you go from here and you can go to the visit site, so you can see right now we have this home page which is like this. Okay, we can click on this edit page. So let's click on this edit page, and after that we have to go to the home page and open this with Elementor. Okay, now we have to click on this Elementor option, edit with Elementor, and it will open the Elementor. Okay, now we have to set some global colors and like these things. So first we have to open this Elementor editor. Okay, then after that we can choose this color, like we can pick the color from here. Okay, first I have to add this color. Okay, so let's open this. Okay, so and you can see also we have the shop page and all, and we will make this fully working website step by step from by using Elementor. Okay, so you can see this is open. Now we can just close this because we don't want this. Okay, leave it. Now we have to go to this option, and we have to click on this site settings. Okay, let's go to the site settings, and in the site settings we have to add these colors. So let's go to the site settings. Okay, here you will find the global colors, and here you can set the global colors. Like here we can set the dark blue. Okay, this is strange. Color picker tool, pick the color. Okay, here we have to copy this dark blue. Okay, now we have to copy the different color, like this sky blue. Okay, here we can name this like sky blue. Okay, and we can pick another. Here we can pick this black color. Okay, this black color we will use for all the text and background. Okay, this black color. Okay, let's pick some more colors. Okay, here and here we can pick this. Okay, so this is the gray color. This we will use in the background. Okay, strange. Okay, and let's see what colors we have right now. Okay, so I think we have this yellow color also somewhere. So let me find this. Okay, we have this like yellow color picker tool, this, and we can pick this yellow color. Okay, here we can write yellow. Okay, this is the yellow color. Okay, so this is not working in the copy. There is bug in this widget. Okay, so let's save the changes. Okay, so these colors which are required for making this. So these are the main colors, and we have this red color, so we will add that color when we make. Okay, so this is done. Now we can get back. Okay, here you can see we have the global fonts. So for the global fonts, the fonts which we are using is like let's see, for the primary font we can set this as okay, so here we are using like Montserrat. So let's set the Montserrat fonts here. Okay, I think Montserrat. Okay, so let's see. I think we can use the Roboto here. Okay, so I think we are using the Roboto. Yes, Roboto is that. Okay, we can set everything as the Roboto. Here we already have the Roboto. Let's choose this. For the text also we have the Roboto. This is also Roboto. Okay, so we are only using the default font here. Okay, now let's get back. Here we have the typography option. Here also we can set the like we have the Roboto. Okay, here for the link option we can set the Roboto. Okay, for the H1 also we can set the Roboto option, and for the H2 also Roboto, and here on the H3 also Roboto. Then we have the H4. Okay, and for the H5 also we have the Roboto, and for the S6 the Roboto. Okay, let's save the changes. Okay, so these fonts are that which we are gonna use. Okay, let's get back, and the typography is done. We have this layout option. Go to the layout. Okay, here we have the container padding as 0. Okay, let's make this, and for this we're gonna use the default 90%. Okay, 90% at the full width. Okay, let's save the changes. Also here you can see default page layout is set to theme, so but we have to set this as different. So let me go to this, and we have to set this as Elementor full width. Okay, let's save the changes. Okay, so our global things are done. We can get back, and here we can just close this. I think everything is done. Let's close this. Okay, now we are ready to make the first hero section. Okay, so this much setup is needed whenever you are making any website, and this is an e-commerce store. So let's refresh this once.